Hello friends, in our previous lecture we were looking to analysis of a ladder network. In today's lecture we will try to analyze a non-ladder network. Analysis of non-ladder network. Now you people know what is ladder network, right? A network which look exactly like a ladder is called a ladder network. Now there are few networks which don't seems like a ladder. Okay, it seems some other configuration rather than ladder. Then how to solve such network or how to find out functions of such networks, that we are going to study in this lecture. So I will consider one example here. See this example, and we'll try to solve that example for particular functions. As I say, always says, this is a time domain network, but I will directly write it in a frequency domain. Okay, so this is a network. Now in exam, just let me clear. In exam, you will be giving a time domain circuit, means having value of 1 farad. Okay, then this is 1 ohm, this is 1 ohm, this is 1 ohm. Okay, this is only V1. Okay, value is not given, and here it is again 1 farad. Now in examination or in whenever you solve such examples, you will be given with a time domain circuit. Your first step should be convert it into frequency domain, right? So actually this is not question. Our answer start from here. Our answer starts from here. I have converted this network in a frequency domain. So I will directly, instead of 1 farad, I will write 1 by S. Here I will write 1 by S. Remaining values as it is. This is my first step of answer. I have converted network in a frequency domain. Now I need to solve it. Okay, now as I said in previous network, ladder network, we used to start from right and we move toward the left and we find out different parameters like V2, IB, V1, VA, I1, likewise. Now here this is not the case, so what we will do, we will apply KVL in all three loops. By KVLs we will find out I1, V1, and then we will write the answer. Okay, what is asked in this question? It has been asked to find out driving point admittance Y11 and transfer admittance Y12. Okay, we have to find it out. So Y11 means what? Y11 is I1 by V1 and Y12 means I2 by V1, right? So we are interested in I1, then V1, then I2 and V2. So we need to find out these four parameters. Okay, so let's apply KVL, KVL, and then we can see whether we can come to the conclusion or not. So what I will do, I will apply KVL in first loop and it will be V1. I can directly 1 plus 1 by S into I1. I can say this is I1, this is I2, and this is I3. So here I can say V1 equal to 1 by S plus 1 I1. Okay, for this particular resistance there will be minus I2, V1 minus, not equal to V1 minus 1 by S plus 1 I1 minus I2, and here it will be minus I3. Okay, so I can write it like as V1 equal to 1 by S plus 1 I1 plus I2, and here it should be plus, so here it will become minus 1 by S I3. This is 1 by S, coefficient 1 by S. Okay, sorry, I forget 1 by S I3. Okay, now let's apply KVL in mesh 2. this is in a mesh 1. Now let's apply KVL in mesh 2. So in mesh 2 here it will be 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1 by s, right, minus 2 plus 1 by s into I2, am I right? Then so this is also minus term because both currents are moving downward, minus I1, it will be plus. No, here also both are moving in the same direction. No, this current also moving in this direction, this also moving in the same direction. So it will be also minus 1 by s I3 and equal to 0. So I can remove minus from all the terms, I can make them plus. This is the KVL in a second loop. Let's apply KVL in mesh 3. Okay, mesh 3 means this particular mesh. So what will be KVL here? 1 plus 1 by s means s. So in loop 3 it will become, it is a 1 by s plus 1 by s means 2 by s. So 1 plus 2 by s minus 1 plus 2 by s I3. Okay, then this current is in same direction, but this current in opposite direction. Okay, so the opposite direction will be plus, this will be minus. So 1 plus 2 by s I3, right? Then I can write minus 1 by s I2, this is 1 by s, minus 1 by s I2 because both are in the same direction, and this is in opposite direction, so it will be plus, right? Plus 1 by s I3. You people are familiar with these KVL loops, so I am not explaining, or I am not writing in full form. I am directly writing the answers. I hope you are understanding. Okay, so I have three equations. Now if I wish to find out a particular current or particular voltage, I have to find it out by using a matrix form. Okay, because it is in a frequency domain, we can't directly put equations in a calculator and get the answer. So what I can do, I will write it in a matrix form. It will be V1 0 0, okay, voltages equal to